to the struggle you're involved in to retain your jobs, but more important to retain quality education provision for students at the college. So I wanted to know how many redundancies had taken place, and I found out from May this year there's been 107 voluntary redundancies, and I use the word voluntary advisedly because your union representatives tell me that they believe there's been a significant amount of pressure applied to individuals within departments to take a package when they didn't want to. But I've also asked how many before that point, and I know from correspondence that your union isn't sure how many redundancies took place before May this year. They think 75 between November last year and May this year. And the reason that's important is because your union tell me that with 40% of the overall lecturer headcount at this college. And that's significant because the union believes that means whether you agree or disagree with the union management's needs to make savings, they make all their savings from that headcount reduction already. And the rumours are swirling that there's going to be an additional package of redundancies in the new year. Now I know EIS Fila wrote to Alistair Barron, chair of the board, asking about all these questions, and there's another significant meeting I think in 2 days' time, and you have no answers to these questions yet. So union workers, union members and your representatives are walking into a consultation meeting not armed with the facts. And if you're not armed with the facts, how can you have a relationship based on trust, based on equity and based on fairness? You quite simply cannot. So I have significant concerns over the process. I've got significant concerns, and I'll just be slightly delicate how I say this just now because I don't want to speak ill of Alistair Barron or the board. But if the principals are asserting there's nothing to see here, they're doing everything right, well, I do not believe the workers at this college without taking straight action and losing money. If that was the case, you know there's something deeply wrong, and that's why you're out on strike. So I suppose as an elected representative, that leaves me with a couple of places to go. It means I have to assure myself what the board actually does to scrutinise its own management team, how they make sure there's appropriate due process, and I can see already from some of the faces grimacing as I said that you simply do not believe the board does the job it's supposed to do. Right. So I hope you'll appreciate I have to keep my powder dry on that, and I should reach out to the board because that's the respectful thing for me to do, and I will do that. The other recourse I can do, and I know my colleague Co-Cab Stewart, the local MSP, has done this already on several occasions, is contact the Scottish Government in relation to if there was to be intervention, on what basis could that happen? What's the evidence for that? What would that look like? And if it can happen, when will it happen? But also, if the decision is it can't happen, to openly and transparently say why that is the case. Because it's dead easy for politicians of all strokes and colours to demand intervention without really knowing the basis on which that would happen. So I suppose myself as an MSP doing my job properly is I want to be clear what that intervention would look like, on what basis it would take place and how that might work, or else it's just empty words and rhetoric. So when I get that, and I'm meeting EIS Fila after this picket, I'll make representations to Graham Day as the relevant minister. I'm sure there's other things, so I've got a shopping list of 2 things to do at the moment, but I suspect after I meet with your union reps, I'll have got 10 things to do, because I know that's how it works. But those are the 2 things that jump out at me. But what really jumps out at me is this college should have a proud reputation. It should be built on the backs and on the hard work of staff, which I know you give, and on the dedication of students, which I know they give. And I'm deeply concerned with the reputation of City of Glasgow College. So whilst I'm emboldened to see the commitment you have to effectively give of your salaries to strike, to take a stand for this college and for the students, I'm also conscious we have to build up the reputation of this college, because the students deserve it and the staff deserve it. And we have to find a way, don't ask me how, we have to find a way, hope beyond hopes, to working constructively with the management, because that's my job. So it's not my job to stand at a picket line and complain, it's my job as an MSP to find a way through this. So thank you for listening to me this morning, I'm going to go and meet with your union reps after this meeting, and we'll take forward a process after that. And great dancing to steps, by the way, I have to say.